Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the channel. I want to say, first of all, I apologize for the video yesterday, so I wanted to explain that to you guys. The quality was a little off, and it sucks because the video we watched was really good. So if you didn't watch the video, it still looks okay. I know the quality was a little off. Basically, my stream went down yesterday. I had to edit the quality down just to try to keep it up, and then I couldn't sustain that, and then I never updated the quality after the stream. So then basically what happened was I recorded in like 1000 bit rate, and I usually record in like 6K. So sorry about that yesterday. I know the video is still okay, but again, apologies. Never want you guys to have any inconvenience. We're doing a different type of video today, and this video is going to be about FPL. A lot of you guys have been asking about FPL. You guys want me to start doing FPL videos. I've been really active with FPL this season, and I know there is a huge YouTube community with kind of discussing FPL. Something about me for anyone watching this video, I really have never done a full season of FPL. I've always done the first couple weeks and I stopped playing. This year I've been really invested into it. And this international break has been brutal. So this is a really interesting kind of situation with FPL because there's actually a lot of injuries that are happening from this international break. So we're going to go through, I picked out a couple people's teams from Twitter just to kind of go over and discuss and kind of see what they're cooking. We're going to kind of go over the schedule with the weekend upcoming. It's a Tuesday. Talk through some of these games, kind of what I expect to see. Some of the risks, obviously. And yeah, if you guys enjoy this video, you guys want to do like a weekly, we've been doing a weekly video kind of just on my analysis and a recap from what the game showed us this weekend. If you want to do a weekly one of these, kind of talk through how it went, let's go for it, because I don't really have time in my streams to do these videos. So it kind of could work on this channel if you want to do like a weekly FPL segment. I'm down, man. You guys just got to let me know. This channel really is just the vibes, man. So whatever you guys want to see, I'm posting. And again, God bless you guys for watching all these videos. So really, the marquee fixture this weekend is going to be Spurs Arsenal. I mean, obviously, if you look at this schedule, that's what we've got on this weekend. In terms of what I expect, look, Southampton United, I don't know what to expect out of that game. I really don't know. We got Brighton and Ipswich. I expect Brighton. Look, Brighton could be a really good pick for some FPL players. I've seen Ipswich play a couple times. They do not look good. They really do not look good. So Brighton are on a roll. I like that. Crystal Palace, Leicester. I just don't really. Leicester are really unpredictable to me. Like Palace have gone off to a shaky start. So just keep that in mind. I don't know if I love any players in that game. Fulham and West Ham, not so sure. I really like Liverpool at home. I think that's a nice one. I really like City at home. Villa have Everton at home. Look, I think Everton, they're such an interesting team because they've kind of like had moments in all these games, and at the end of it, you're just like, dude, what happened specifically last week when they literally conceded 3 goals in a row? I think it was to Bournemouth with a 2-0 lead. I just don't trust Everton, especially on the road. I like Villa this week. I think Watkins is going to finally break through and do well, and I took him out of my team a couple weeks ago. So, I mean, it is what it is, so we'll look into that. We've got Bournemouth, and we've got Chelsea. Look, I think Chelsea, I think Bournemouth have some momentum riding into this weekend. They're at home, but I do expect Chelsea to get 2 or 3 goals. Look, the one thing about Chelsea, I don't know if they're going to win, but what I do know about Chelsea is they will score goals. So we'll keep that in mind for fantasy. We've got Spurs, Arsenal. I'm going to probably try my best to stay away. The only issue with that game is I already have, I think, a player or 2 in that game, so we'll take a look at my team. And then we've got Wolves and Newcastle. Wolves at home, conceded 6 to Chelsea. I don't think they'll do that again. Newcastle away. Isak looking really good on the international break. I haven't been following international too much, but from what I've seen. So, look, this is where my team sits in game week 3. I had 73 points. The average was 64. In game week 2, I had 88. It was 69. I did do a triple captain on Haaland. And in game week 1, I had 53, and it was 57. Haaland has been my captain every single week. I actually took a -4 in game week 2 to take out Diaz, which was really stupid. If you look at my team in week 1, I had Diaz and I had Watkins, and really I should have got some other changes kind of happening in there, but it's okay. I'm in a 10,000 person league, which is Premier League Merchants. If you want to join that, you guys can. I'll put in the link down below. I'm 3,000 there. I'm actually in the top 100,000 in USA. Overall, I'm 2 million. I don't know how many people are totally playing, but it's not the end of the world. We really cooked on game week 2. This week we need to have a good week. So let's look at the team. Obviously, these are the fixtures. We've got Raya versus Spurs. Man, I have way too many players playing in that game, and so when I have that situation on fantasy, I'm just going to leave it. I just brought in Poro the previous week. I don't know if I have any points to play with here. I don't even know where the hell it would even tell you that, but we'd have to look at that in a minute. I mean, McGinn, I don't know. This is one of those to me where this week with him is going to be really interesting. I thought he had a really decent chance in week 1 and last week to get some sort of points. I mean, he's got me a couple points, but nothing that you really want, nothing significant. Look, let's talk about the upcoming fixtures though, and that's why I'm not going to give up with him, right? And that's why, look, if you guys have the room to get Villa players in, try your best to get them in. And I'm not talking about McGinn. I'm talking about Watkins. You know what I mean, right? Because there is a shout that their next couple fixtures. I mean, look, Everton, Wolves, Ipswich United, Fulham, Bournemouth. That is crazy. You're not going to see a better, easier 6 in a row. It's going to be tough. So Villa players are definitely the move. If you can get a couple of Villa players in this week or next week, I would recommend it. Just looking at it. So that is a player that I'm going to just keep and see if he does well. Minta with Brighton, I like it because he's got Ipswich and Forest, and then Chelsea's defense are just not good, man. So even though that Chelsea game is away, I still expect I'm going to have a chance here to get a couple points. He does have 2 assists for me so far, which is decent. I think he'll continue. So he's going to be kept into my team. Isak, this is where Newcastle's interesting as well. Wolves, Fulham, City, but then Everton. So I'll probably keep him. So really in terms of changes to make here, it was nice to see Garnacho start last week. Garnacho is one of those where I'm going to give him a little bit longer, but he's really pissed me off this season because he's had 2 tap-ins he's not scored, and I think it was a good pick, but he's selling me. And, they do have the chance to score in the next couple weeks, but he's somebody I got to reevaluate. Overall, it feels like Trippier, it's going to be the week where if I take him out, he's going to end up doing crazy stuff. So we're going to see. This is where my team is at right now. I would like to try to get another Villa player in, but I just don't think it's going to be possible. I think Watkins is too expensive. I could try to take out Garnacho, but watch this be the week, that he goes crazy. Let's see here. Let's try to make a transfer real quick, and then we'll talk about I have no budget. I have 1 free transfer. So I'm at the point where, I could do the free hit. I've already used the triple captain. We also have the wild card, but I think we save those. I think we get that for a little bit longer. So I don't think we have to force that this week. If we go and look here at Watkins, right? Watkins is probably how much? 8.9, right? So that's too much. I mean, his price is starting to drop. I think this week I might actually not make a change. The only argument I could have here is that, look, maybe we look actually at a defender, right? And we put a max of like let's put 5.7, right? And let's just look at defenders, right? Because I'm starting to think maybe I could get rid of Trippier. He's not really playing that well. He's not really doing that much for me at all, right? So, I mean, it's one of those where, like, I think he's kind of useless in this team, especially because Anderson on his transfer hasn't really done much. So I think that will be the change I'm going to make this week. So let's go here and see. I mean, Trent would be obviously sick to get Romero, but what I want to focus on right now is players with upcoming matches that have, they have a favorable look. And originally I actually had Maatsen, but I'm actually thinking of going with Digne because this Villa form, he's been playing the whole 90. He just had an assist last week. I feel like this is a good player to bring in this week, especially looking at the fixtures. So I think that's the change that I'm going to make this week, guys. I'm going to bring Digne in. I think that's a really good look. You could look at Robinson maybe. The only issue with Robinson is you're going to have that City fixture, and I don't think Villa home is a 3. I think that's a harder fixture than that. Same with Newcastle, and I don't think West Ham is ever an easy one. So Robinson is obviously really owned, but I'm just going to gamble a little bit on the fixtures going forward for Aston Villa. I'm going to go all in on them, and then with this change as well, with Digne only being 4.5, what that enables me to do is actually have some leftover budget for next week, right? So it's crazy to see Haaland's up at 15.1. I mean, that is just nuts. So I'm going to go ahead and make that change. I'm going to make that transfer. I'm going to confirm that. So this is how we'll line up this week. The problem is, we need to start to see a little bit out of McGinn. We need to start to see a little bit out of Garnacho. The rest of the team is doing okay. I think this is a good look for Daniel to start going here. I mean, he's a great player. He's playing 90 minutes. I think it'll start happening. Leicester is nice. It's going to be tough for them to keep a clean sheet against United, but Everton as well. And look, if these 3 results don't go well for Palace, maybe we'll just get rid of them. But I'm feeling pretty good about this team this week. Obviously, the downside for me with the Spurs-Arsenal game, I just feel like that game is always going to have goals, and Arsenal going forward are going to be tough with fantasy, right? Because they have City and Spurs, and that's not going to be easy. So then they have a couple weeks after that. But we'll see how that goes. I felt like Raya has been really good so far this season. So we'll keep him there, and hopefully it's going to be a good week. Hopefully it's going to be a good week. We need to get our team to a point where we have a better bench, because that bench boost could be nice to use at some point. But right now it's almost hell nah for me. So I picked out some teams here that some of the viewers, you guys on the channel and my Twitter community have. This guy's got Henderson versus Leicester. So he's also got Daniel, my fullback. Trent, I love. Robinson, I love. Palmer is one of the players right now that I'm really starting to watch. I don't care what their schedule is. Palmer just looks like he's going to be contributing every single game. It looks like it's going to be another season where Chelsea signed every single player in the world, and Palmer is just the guy that's contributing. It just feels that way. Like, it feels like Palmer, if Chelsea scores 1 or 2 goals, he will have 1 or 2 contributions. It just feels that way to me. So I don't want to sleep on that. Smith Rowe is a nice pickup. He's a cheaper option. He's going to be producing for them this season. People forget how good Smith Rowe was with Arsenal, right? So like I like that a lot. Watkins, I like. I think with this team, I want to see his attack do a little bit better. I feel like he could definitely do better. I mean, I know he has Salah, but I think right now, if you don't have Haaland on fantasy, whatever you guys are doing in your teams, and I know it's really hard to get Haaland in because he's 15. It's going to take some time to get him in, but you guys got to try your best to get Haaland into your team. So this guy has Haaland. Like this a lot. He's got Udogie, Cucurella. Chelsea defense for a clean sheet. So basically with Cucurella, I think you're really banking on is he going to contribute, right? Because just Chelsea with clean sheets, it's not looking good, the defense. They look like they're going to be winning if they score way more, but they're going to concede. Look, Joao Pedro, that fixture with Brighton, if you guys can get Joao Pedro in as well, that's an unreal addition. I'm going to go through real quick and go back here because I want to show you guys how crazy Joao Pedro is. I don't even think he's that expensive. Let me see. He's 5.7, all right? He's one of the best value players in FPL right now, okay? And he's got Ipswich and Forest. Then he has Chelsea, who I think concede a lot. Then it does get tougher, but you don't have to deal with Liverpool and City until November. So this is a really good pickup. I think he's 30% selected. He's 3 out of 73 in attackers. If you can get Joao Pedro in, that's something that I might actually try to do in the next week. And then if McGinn and Garnacho don't do anything this week, what I may do is try to get him in. Hopefully he doesn't go more than 5.8. I take out Jebison and I put Pedro and I play 3 strikers. That's what I might try to do because his value so far has been absolutely incredible. So I really like that selection. 2 teams in a row that have Eze as well. Konsa as well. Really like that. This team, we got Henderson as well, Porro, Robertson, Trent, Salah, Smith Rowe, Son, Jota, Saka, Isak, and Muniz. So this is an okay team. I like this team a lot. The best part about this 11 is that there's no top heaviness. I feel like this 11 right here, you can really do anything with this team, right? All these players can contribute. Jota this season has really surprised me. I just feel like Liverpool are a really good team to back with FPL players. They're getting 2 to 3 to 4 goals a game. They look really good. So Liverpool is a really nice pickup to have players from. Again, another team with 3 Liverpool players in here. This team has Watkins going forward, which I like. Man, if you don't have Haaland, Watkins and Pedro going forward. My goodness, Mamma Mia, I love that. That is amazing. This guy Rogers as well is a baller. What I didn't like was he posted his highlights when they lost to Arsenal, but he is a baller. And look, again, I am Villa going forward. Going forward as well, schedule-wise, I like Brighton a lot. So these teams, right? Look at this guy's team. He's got 3 players from Liverpool, 2 players from Villa, and 2 players from Brighton. All right, making up his team. That's amazing. This guy's got a great team. Then he's got Palmer and Saka. This is a really good FPL team. Just to give you guys my analysis here, I really like this team a lot. And a lot of these options, Dunk, Pedro, and Buemo, Rogers, they're not crazy expensive players. So if you're looking for some pickups this week, those would be players that I do really like. This team here, we've got Pope, Wolves away. I don't know. We'll see. Konsa, though, I do like that a lot. Rogers, I like that a lot. Manchester United, to me, are just really weird. So we got to see how Bruno and Garnacho do going forward. They're just weird, man. I don't know. Xerxes, well, maybe. But again, Haaland, Isak, Pedro, that's what I want to work towards because I really believe in that. Let's see how Watkins does this week before we really make up our mind. But Watkins, look, for his price, same with Isak. They have to get 2 goals a game to be more worth it, really, than Pedro. As well as Haaland is playing Brentford. So to you guys that might want to triple captain him, I don't know. Haaland is on fire. All right? He's on fire. And he's had kind of one of the craziest starts to the season. I mean, if this guy gets 3 hat tricks in a row, I don't even know what to say. So Saliba as well. Arsenal's a little tough going forward. But again, another team with Eze. And then I think this is the last team I might have picked out. Another team with Eze here. Armstrong, Watkins, Muniz, Smith Rowe. Again, Smith Rowe is somebody really, really, really good going forward. I like that a lot. And nice to see Daniel as well because I have Daniel. So guys, this is going to be just a little FPL video. I really enjoy making these videos. So if you guys want to see more of these going forward, let's do it. Really quickly though, at the end here, what I do want to see as well, what is Liverpool's schedule going forward? Liverpool have, oh wow. Yeah, you can get Salah too. I mean, he's a little cheaper than Haaland, 12.7, but if you can get him too, oh my. Wow, Liverpool going forward. I mean, they don't even really have anything crazy tough until, I would say, I mean, defensively until October 27th. I think Arsenal probably have the best defense in the league right now. So, wow. Oh my. All right, guys. That's another video, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in a video soon. Peace.